6. Warn of the disastrous consequences of a military intervention in Niger, which could destabilize the entire region, as NATO's unilateral intervention in Libya did, which led to the spread of terrorism in the Sahel and West Africa.
Welcome to Candid Africa, truthful and unapologetic.
Thank you very much. On behalf of our highest authorities, I have the honor of reading out Joint Communiqué number 001 from Burkina Faso and the Republic of Mali. The communiqué reads as follows. The transitional governments of Burkina Faso and Mali have learned through the press of the conclusions of the extraordinary summits of the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, and the West African Economic and Monetary Union, WAEMU, held on July 30th, 2023, in Abuja on the political situation in Niger. The transitional governments of Burkina Faso and Mali. 1. Express their fraternal solidarity and that of the Burkinabe and Malian peoples with the brotherly people of Niger, who have responsibly decided to take their destiny into their own hands and to assume before history the fullness of their sovereignty. 2. Denounce the persistence of these regional organizations in imposing sanctions that aggravate the suffering of the people and jeopardize the spirit of Pan-Africanism. 3. Refuse to apply these illegal, illegitimate, and inhuman sanctions against the people and authorities of Niger. 4. Warned that any military intervention against Niger would be tantamount to a declaration of war against Burkina Faso and Mali. I repeat, 4. Warned that any military intervention against Niger would simulate a declaration of war against Burkina Faso and Mali. I repeat for the last time, 4. Warned that any military intervention against Niger would simulate a declaration of war against Burkina Faso and Mali. 5. Warned that any military intervention against Niger would lead to the withdrawal of Burkina Faso and Mali from ECOWAS, as well as the adoption of self-defense measures in support of the armed forces and people of Niger. 6. Warn of the disastrous consequences of a military intervention in Niger, which could destabilize the entire region, as NATO's unilateral intervention in Libya did, which led to the spread of terrorism in the Sahel and West Africa. The transitional governments of Burkina Faso and Mali are deeply indignant and surprised by the imbalance observed between, on the one hand, the celerity and adventurous attitude of certain West African political leaders wishing to use armed force to re-establish constitutional order in a sovereign country, and, on the other hand, the inaction, indifference, and passive complicity of these organizations and political leaders in helping states and peoples that have been victims of terrorism for a decade and abandoned to their fate. In any event, the transitional governments of Burkina Faso and Mali call on all living forces to be ready and mobilized to lend a helping hand to the people of Niger in these dark hours for Pan-Africanism. May God bless Africa and preserve Africans.